Uzangpo, you're watching Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program with me, 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁. Our top stories this week: His Majesty the King meets the King of Sweden. 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 Scaling Program launched. Close to 500 𝗕𝗵𝘂s participate in inaugural program. And Central Bank to implement 7 measures to support loan repayment and replace blanket deferments. His Majesty the King met the King of Sweden at the Royal Palace in Stockholm on Thursday. His Majesty was in Sweden as a special guest of honor at Brilliant Minds, a global platform for creative individuals to come together on world-changing ideas, which convenes annually in Stockholm. His Holiness the 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 administered the oral transmission and blessings of Guru 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁, coinciding with the sacred occasion of Lord Buddha's parinirvana or 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 on Wednesday. Thousands of devotees gathered at 𝗃𝗃 in Thimphu to receive blessings. The 𝗬𝗏𝗏 Foundation celebrated Her Majesty Queen Mother 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 70th birthday, honoring Her Majesty's legacy of compassion, selfless service, and tireless efforts in transforming thousands of lives. As the founding president of the foundation, Her Majesty continues to serve the nation. Her Majesty inaugurated the interactive map of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, a park located at Rukha in 𝗯𝗰𝗀𝗀.
𝗵𝗏𝘂𝘁 Rinpoche named the ecological park at Rukha 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 in honor of the 70th birthdays of His Majesty the 4th Druk Gyalpo, His Holiness the 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁, and Her Majesty the Queen Mother. Although the park was proposed by the people of Rukha, the 𝗬𝗏𝗏 Foundation is supporting technical assistance, networking, and fund mobilization. It will serve as a sanctuary for the critically endangered orchid 𝗲𝗏𝘁 𝗵𝗶𝘂𝘀, locally known as 𝗵𝗵𝘂𝘁. Over the past 2 decades, under Her Majesty's leadership, the 𝗬𝗏𝗏 Foundation has transformed the lives of more than 300,000 Bhutanese in rural communities. Celebrating Her Majesty's birthday, people from across the country expressed their gratitude for Her Majesty's enduring contributions to preserving culture and upliftment of remote communities through noble initiatives.
My gratitude, and the greatest gratitude, is to His Majesty 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁. He is certainly like no other leader on this planet. He has always done what is right, what is good for Bhutan.
𝗬𝗏𝗏 School Clubs, I have a message to share with you today.
A special message from 𝗵𝗏𝘂𝘁 Rinpoche to 𝗬𝗏𝗏 clubs was launched, reflecting the teachings of compassion and service that Her Majesty has imparted throughout her life. The Agriculture and Livestock Ministry offered Kusum Thukten Mendril to Her Majesty for serving as the Royal Patron of Renewable Natural Resources sector from 1995 till 2008. In addition, a documentary, A Tribute to Her Majesty 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 𝗕𝗏𝘂𝘁, the Royal Patron of the Arena sector, was officially launched during the celebration. For 𝗕𝗁 Chofil, Namgidem BBS News.
To improve public service delivery, the Prime Minister's office launched the Integrated Service Center and the Public Service Contact Center, aimed at facilitating access to multiple government services through a single center.
The new one-stop centers are designed to bring together a wide range of public services under a single roof, aimed at simplifying procedures, reducing turnaround time, and enhancing service delivery.
People face challenges such as having to go to various offices to get services they need. Therefore, this is an alternative center to facilitate services for people, and we have measures in place to provide the services based on the laws of the respective agencies.
The Integrated Service Center will offer services from multiple agencies, eliminating the need for people to visit various offices. Meanwhile, the Public Service Center, through the toll-free number 1199, will serve as a helpline and digital access point, allowing citizens to inquire and follow up on services via phone, email, or online. The initial focus is on the most commonly requested services. Currently, 56 services from 49 agencies can be availed, such as civil registration, trade and transport permits, business licensing, and forestry-related services from various government agencies, among others. And there are plans to expand the services in all districts, kiosks, and community information centers.
The platform is similar to G2C. The toll-free number is 1199, which is in use on the G2C platform. The G2C platform provided online services, while the new integrated service center will cater to walk-in clients as well as an alternative platform.
The initiative is part of the 13th five-year plan aimed at enhancing public service delivery. The Government of India funded the project. For 𝗲𝗵𝘂𝘁, 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 for BBS News.
The 𝗪𝗰𝘂 headquarters, in collaboration with the Education Ministry, officially launched the 𝗪𝗰𝘂 Scaling Program in Sarban. The program is a vital step towards realizing His Majesty the King's vision of building capabilities and empowering the Bhutanese youth.
A total of 488 𝗪𝗰𝘂s, 313 male and 175 female from the 2024 batch have registered to participate in the inaugural 𝗪𝗰𝘂 Skilling Program launched at the 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 Power Training Institute in Sarban. The institute will offer training in 15 skill areas, including building wiring, plumbing, construction, carpentry, welding, solar technology, robotics, digital printing, masonry, and traditional arts, among others.
I'm truly excited about the training and eager to participate in any opportunities offered. The skills and knowledge I gain will not only benefit me when I return to my village, but also enable me to contribute to the country.
The Bhutan Qualifications and Professional Certification Authority will assess and certify participants. Those who successfully complete will receive the NC2 certificate. Additionally, 𝗪𝗰𝘂s showing interest and potential can also pursue advanced diploma-level training at the institute. The 𝗪𝗰𝘂 headquarters is also partnering with the 𝗪𝗰𝘂 Skilling Program to provide more training opportunities for 𝗪𝗰𝘂s. Besides preparing the 𝗪𝗰𝘂s for national service duty, such skilling programs will also enable the 𝗪𝗰𝘂s to benefit from emerging economic prospects, including the opportunities that will emerge in the development of the 𝗪𝗪𝘂 Mindfulness City. For Pasadoji in 𝗪𝗪𝘂, this is 𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗀, BBS News.
The Council's Social and Cultural Affairs Committee has proposed enacting a dedicated Alcohol Control Act to address growing concerns over alcohol-related harm. According to the committee, it will help regulate the production, distribution, sale, advertising, licensing and consumption of alcohol. It will also give opportunities for treatment and rehabilitation for individuals struggling with alcohol addiction. Alcohol liver disease continues to be the leading cause of death.
Some council members suggested strengthening the existing alcohol policy instead of coming up with a new act.
Rather than creating a new alcohol framework, it would be more effective to review and strengthen existing alcohol-related policies.
Regardless of the taxes imposed, people will continue to consume alcohol. Instead, controlling its import and production would be more effective.
In response, the committee said current regulations are unclear. There is also significant annual economic losses, health impacts, alcohol-related deaths, and the increasing number of manufacturing companies.
Currently, individuals can attend a 10-day alcohol detox program at the hospital. However, those who are financially disadvantaged often cannot afford further rehabilitation. A dedicated Alcohol Control Act could help provide treatment and rehabilitation opportunities for them.
The House directed the committee to revisit the recommendation. 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 BBS News.
To ease the burden on the National Referral Hospital, 𝗵𝗂 will have 2 more 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗃 health centers. Currently, 𝗵𝗂 has 4 health centers. The minister added that the Health Ministry will lease private houses in 𝗵𝗂 town to operate as health centers.
To reduce waiting time at the National Referral Hospital, we have seen the need to establish a district hospital in 𝗵𝗂. As part of this, we are converting the existing 4 𝗕𝗵𝗂 health centers into filter clinics, and 2 more clinics will be set up along Northern Lum. Only referred patients will go to the National Referral Hospital, which will ease the pressure on it. 𝗵𝗂 residents will no longer go directly to the National Referral Hospital.
Under the proposed Income Tax Bill 2025, individuals earning interest from fixed deposits could face a 10% tax, a measure the government says is aimed at ensuring fairness and simplifying tax compliance. The bill proposes that interest income, considered a form of passive income, be taxed through final withholding, meaning the bank will deduct the tax before crediting the interest to the depositor's account. Taxpayers will not need to file additional tax returns on this income.
Now, to help you understand how this would work, here is a simple example. If you deposit 100,000 𝗕𝗃 in a fixed deposit at the Bank of Bhutan for 3 years, the interest rate is 7% per annum. This means you will earn annual interest of 7,000 𝗕𝗃. Now, under the proposed tax rule, the bank will deduct 10% of this interest as tax deducted at source, or TDS, which comes to 700 𝗕𝗃. After tax, you as a depositor will receive 6,300 𝗕𝗃 for the year. While the tax rate is flat, the amount deducted will vary depending on the size of the fixed deposit. In short, the bigger the savings, the higher the tax. According to the government spokesperson 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝘂𝘁, most people who earn interest from fixed deposits are individuals with high net worth. By taxing the interest, the government hopes to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor and encourage people to invest their money in businesses or other economic activities instead of just keeping it in the bank.
This is just a recommendation from the government side, and this matter will be deliberated in the parliament.
That's what we have proposed.
The new measure is part of a broader package of tax reforms that also propose a 5% tax cut for salaried individuals and merging business income tax under personal income tax. The bill has been introduced in the parliament and discussions are expected to take place in the coming days. 𝗵𝗵𝘂𝘁 BBS News.
The Royal Monetary Authority will implement 7 monetary measures to support loan repayment. The measures will be implemented after June this year. The authority said, unlike the existing blanket loan deferment approach, focus will now be given on individual borrowers and reducing non-performing loans. Financial institutions will be given a 3-month transition period from July before the implementation.
Unlike the blanket loan deferments provided during the pandemic to offer temporary relief, the RMA says there will be no such deferments going forward as they are not a sustainable solution. Loan deferment was provided to individuals from April 2020 to June 2024 during the pandemic. It was a blanket measure given to all borrowers regardless of their financial condition. Announcing the measures at a press conference this morning, the RMA said Bhutan is the only country that provided such long-term deferment for 5 consecutive years. However, the authority said this extended deferment added to the overall debt and created a false sense of financial comfort for many borrowers. Interest continued to build up during the period, and by April last year, the interest on deferred loans had reached 4.7 billion 𝗕𝗃. As of March this year, loan deferrals with 8 financial service providers accounted for over 29.6 billion 𝗕𝗃. This also affected the quality of bank assets and made it difficult for financial institutions to tell apart genuinely struggling borrowers from those who could repay but chose not to. Additionally, the authority said prolonged deferment poses risks for future loan availability as it impacts the financial health of lending institutions. As a result, the authority will now implement a more targeted and structured approach to loan repayment. According to the Loan Restructuring Rules and Regulations 2022, there are 7 types of restructuring options available for viable loans, a type of loan which the financial institution foresees a repayment.
The first one is interest-only payment. For 2 years, you just have to pay the interest amount of your EMI, not the principal component. The second one is payment moratorium. It's more or less like deferment for another 2 years. We have capitalization. It basically means adding interest on the principal amount and seek for term extension of the loan. The fourth one is extension of maturity term for the loan. Basically, if you have taken a loan for 5 years, you can extend it.
The fifth measure, which is a loan top-up with collateral, gives an option for borrower to get additional loan from financial institutions.
Sixth one is loan splitting. If you have big ticket loan, you can opt to split your loan into 2, 3 and choose to repay based on your capability at this point in time. Final one is conversion of overdraft or working capital loan into term loans. Term loan basically means you would have a series of frequent scheduled repayment.
Additionally, financial institutions may introduce any other measures as part of their loan restructuring facilities approved by their board members. The decisions were made in consultation with the Prime Minister's Office, the Ministry of Finance, and financial institutions. The 3-month transition period for the financial institutions is for consultation with their clients and to assess their loans' viability. This is 𝗂𝗵𝘂𝘁 for BBS News.
Bhutan Chamber of Commerce and Industry (BCCI) welcomed the Royal Monetary Authority (RMA's) new monetary measures to support loan repayment. Many business owners said the new measures offer a better alternative to loan deferment.
Following the RMA's announcement of 7 loan restructuring measures, the BCCI convened a meeting with business representatives to advocate for the new interventions. RMA's loan restructuring options are payment moratorium, interest-only payment, capitalization, extension of loan maturity term, enhancement of credit facilities with adequate collateral coverage, loan splitting, and conversion to term loan. BCCI members said the measures were timely and would ease loan repayment pressure.
Those 7 measures will able to revive the economy, and those sick business, those are not being able to wake up, also will able to manage to do the business in the future.
We are quite worried that how would economic of Bhutan look like after this deferment period. But however, the RMA and banks together have come up with 7 measures which would be very helpful for the private sector to grow.
These measures will benefit all business owners. We thank the RMA, BCCI and banks for this initiative.
The loan deferment period ends this month. From July to September, business owners and private enterprises will have a 3-month window to consult financial institutions and explore suitable restructuring options. For Namgyewandi, this is 𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗸, BBS News.
The work on the 600 megawatt Korduch hydropower project in Tashianti is now in full swing. It resumed towards the end of last year. More than 1,000 workers from 𝗂𝗵𝘂𝘁 Associates, Construction Development Corporation and the Korduch project are involved in major civil works, including the construction of the dam, 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 Tunnel and Powerhouse.
Today, tunnels are being made for dam construction, 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝘁 Tunnel and Powerhouse. The Construction Development Corporation is diverting the 𝗵𝗵𝘂𝘁 stream to boost the Korduch's flow during the lean season. The project was previously stopped in July 2022 due to slow progress under the former joint venture. Originally planned for completion within 5 years, the project management is now working closely with contractors to complete even before that. The contractors are engaging the local community by hiring their vehicles, machinery, and workers, helping reduce the need for additional residential construction. The project, with an estimated cost of 69 billion 𝗪𝗓𝗻, is scheduled for completion and commissioning by 2029. For Sonam Dargay in Tashiangsi, this is Singidema for PBS News.
That is all we have for you this week. Thank you for joining us.